Good morning. Good morning. Happy Thursday. I'll wait for some of you to join. Hello, hello. Good morning. How's everyone doing today? Thanks to all of you that attended yesterday. Happy to be back today. I'm going to be talking about a topic today that maybe you know about, maybe you don't, maybe you have questions about. Used to be more of a controversial topic, certainly isn't anymore, but I'm going to talk about CBD today and some of the health benefits from it. I'm blurring out. Might be your connection. I'm good on this end, but then again, I mean, who knows? My light isn't great on Instagram today, right? Salutations. Good morning. One of those days. Anyway, let's jump in. So I'm Dr. Tricia Pingle. This is your morning checkup. It is Thursday, November 5th. Hopefully all of you are doing well, and I hope you all had a positive day yesterday. We walked away yesterday with the mantra of let's just be nice. And so hopefully all of you walked away yesterday being nice to other people and spreading joy. There you go. Your connection's back. All right. So anyway, today we're actually going to talk about CBD. Now, I grew up in an area where marijuana was fairly prevalent. However, it was illegal at the time. But I do remember back in those days, people saying, well, there's all these benefits to the hemp plant, all these health benefits, and it was a pretty controversial issue. Now, nowadays, it's actually legal where I grew up. And it's become quite the business of CBD. But I don't know if you know, CBD is part of the hemp plant, but it's not the psychoactive part of it. So I want to talk to you about the health benefits that they've found in research with CBD specifically, and maybe answer some of the questions you have about it. I think times have really changed in viewpoints to this and how it can be used. So I thought it might be a good topic today to discuss. Good morning. People still joining in. Good morning. Good morning. I like that name, Scott is Fishing. That's cute. That's where I'd like to be. On a boat somewhere in the middle of nowhere. So today, scientists are putting a ton of effort towards researching the benefits of CBD on your health. It's become so popular that most of you have probably heard of it now, right? Anyone not heard of it? CBD or CBD oil. You may see it at gas stations and grocery stores. I know here in Arizona, it's pretty much marketed everywhere. You can get it at Walgreens. Now, I'm not saying you should get it there, just letting you know it's everywhere, okay? So let's talk about what is it? What is CBD exactly? What part of the plant is it? And how has it been used in research and medically? And what are some of the advancing areas of research in regards to CBD? That's what I want to talk about today. Cool? And then I'll answer any questions you guys have, okay? So first of all, CBD is the second most prevalent active ingredient in marijuana, in the marijuana plant. It is not THC, which is the part that gets you high. I think that's one of the first questions I get is, well, does CBD make me high? No. If you're taking a pure CBD oil, it will not. So you can find it in capsules, liquids, topicals, depending on the area you live in. I know it's far more prevalent in certain states than others. Here in Arizona, it's pretty prevalent. And probably to be more prevalent here shortly. It was originally believed to be an inactive component of the hemp plant. However, scientists started to discover that CBD actually has positive impacts on the nervous system. In fact, there was a study in 2017 that showed that it had very strong antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. And it was also shown in this study to have the potential to produce beneficial effects against neurological disease such as Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and multiple sclerosis. Okay, so they started to see its impact on the neurological system. In addition to that, they've also found in research positive benefits towards anxiety, depression, easing pain, and also potentially killing some cancer cells, if you can believe it. Now, when my mom was fighting cancer, She used CBD oil a lot to help her muscle pains and to help her anxiety. And she liked it because it would calm her down, but it didn't make her feel high, or make her feel out of it. She also had a lot of muscle cramps, so she would use topical cream. Maybe some of you, I know my massage therapist uses it topically. It's starting to be used a lot topically for pain with certain physical medicine modalities as well. Kind of cool. So one of the main concerns I get from people who haven't really spent a lot of time learning about it is the ability to make, will it make you high? And the answer is no. The percent of THC in CBD is so low, it's almost undetectable. In fact, the World Health Organization says that CBD shows no indication that it would hold any possibility of abuse or dependence. So far, there has been no evidence of public health problems connected to CBD. In fact, they've actually found that people that use CBD may actually reduce the effects of THC. So far, been pretty good on that front. Now, I am going to talk about purity in a moment. There are a lot of people who order CBD from poor sources that do actually contain THC in them. So you do have to be careful about where you get it from, okay? It is also worth noting that the U.S. Food and Drug Administration has actually approved CBD for use in 2 rare forms of epilepsy that are found in children. And they found that a CBD preparation after 3 clinical trials on over 500 patients helped to reduce the seizures in these children. So it was FDA approved. So it's making a lot of headway in the neurology realm of medicine. Cool. Is this an interesting topic to you guys? Yay, nay? Took you away from the TV for a while, right? Good morning over there. I see lots of good mornings. Good morning, good morning. I see you all saying hello. Thank you. So how does CBD work? So in 1992, the scientists discovered that the human body produces numerous cannabis-like molecules, okay? And these are, this is known as the endocannabinoid system, okay? And it's linked to several bodily functions: pain, stress, mood, metabolism, memory, sleep, liver function, immune function, and more, okay? So it's been linked to multiple areas of our body, which means we respond to it quite well. It is, its main role of this endocannabinoid system is to maintain homeostasis within our body, to maintain balance within our body, okay? So that means that it keeps us stable in response to a changing environment, okay? CBD is believed to bind to these receptors, okay, that exist both in the central nervous system and the peripheral nervous system. And several studies have shown that CBD can block certain neurotransmitter breakdowns, okay? So what it does is it produces a calming effect in your body, okay? So it's been very well studied on anxiety-related disorders. Okay, and we're going to talk about some of the studies with that. Pretty cool though, right? Like you wouldn't think about that, but then when you look at plants have tons of benefits to our health. And I do think the studies that are coming out on CBD are quite interesting. Once again, my biggest hiccup with it, and the thing that I find, people ask me, well, does it work? Does it not work? I think the biggest thing that I'm finding that isn't working is the sourcing. People are buying it from places where it's not a well-potent or well-sourced oil. Where you buy it matters. Okay, so let's talk about the studies surrounding the 4 main benefits of CBD in research, okay? Good morning, Paul. Thank you. Thank you. Good topic. All right. I'll keep going then. I don't get to quit yet. All right. Pain. Now, let me just remind you, the majority of our country is in pain, right? No, not from the election. I mean physical pain, right? Look at our opioid epidemic. Look at the amount of people that are taking opioid medications. Now, I had heard that CBD could actually replace these types of medications. And I was a little skeptical of it because obviously it's not quite as potent per se, but I have personal experience with this. So I had to have surgery. I was pretty much against taking any pain medication. So I decided to put CBD to the test. And I used CBD topically and orally instead of using Vicodin. And I did well. It did help the pain. Now I had to take it more regularly, but it absolutely helped the pain. And so I can say personally that I really saw great benefit, and the research backs that up. In fact, the European Journal of Pain found that topical CBD could help ease arthritis pain and inflammation, and that's due to its anti-inflammatory properties. So for any of you that are suffering with arthritis, looking for things to rub into the knees, the elbows, the joints, CBD might be a good option for you. Much better than some of the other medications that are out there on the market, yeah? It's also great for bruising. It's great for acute injury. Like back pain, pull your back out, use some topical CBD, could be great for that. Massage therapists are definitely incorporating it into their massages. I know at least here in Arizona, that's happening. Once again, a lot of you are in different areas, and I don't know how, the laws are variable per state. Although CBD in general, I think now is pretty well sourced. Maybe some of you can speak to that. So let's talk about the neuroprotective properties. So I talked earlier about Alzheimer's, and we talked about multiple sclerosis and Parkinson's and how CBD can have a role in that due to its impact on the central and peripheral nervous system. That has definitely been shown in studies. In fact, there was an additional study in 2017 that revealed that CBD prevented and even reversed the development of cognitive deficits in animals with Alzheimer's disease. They felt that this was due to its ability to reverse neuroinflammation, so inflammation of the nerves, right? As well as, and this is kind of cool, promote the formation of new neurons in the brain. That's kind of cool. Especially because we always have that idea from the THC version of the plant that, will kill off brain cells. But it's interesting that the CBD portion actually can help reverse that. That's kind of neat. Right? Am I the only one that finds that kind of cool? No thumbs up today, Instagram? No? Okay, well, All right, number 3. Helps relieve anxiety and fight depression. In fact, your body has a ton of receptors that receive messages from different stimuli. And we talk about this, right? With stress and stress response. And we've talked about anxiety this week and anticipation and depression and outlook and all of that. We have all these receptors that respond to stimuli. So because CBD has the ability to bind to those receptors, you can actually see changes in levels of serotonin with CBD. Low serotonin tends to put you at risk for anxiety and depression. In fact, all the medications associated with that, serotonin reuptake inhibitors, their whole purpose is to keep serotonin up. So there's actually been great research on CBD oil also helping with depression via that serotonin mechanism. Kind of cool. Paul is at the doctor's pain management clinic right now. Good. Talk to them about CBD. There we go, right? There has also been fabulous studies on CBD and post-traumatic stress disorder. According to a 2012 study, they found that it helped. There were other studies that also showed that it is helpful in blocking receptors in the brain that are involved with fear and anxiety. Now, we spent a lot of time this week talking about fear and panic and how that's not necessarily going to help us get through anything, right? And so being able to use something that kind of downregulates that fear and allows you to be a little bit more clear-headed, a little bit more open, understanding, and trusting, I think is always a good thing. So been some great research there, and it's ongoing. I know many of you are in the business of CBD, and it's not something that I'm in the business of. I don't sell CBD. I just look at the medical aspect of it. But for those of you that are out there doing extensive research on it, because I know many of you that follow and comment do, I'm sure you guys even have more information than I do at the moment. Number 4, benefit of CBD is to help improve sleep. So I don't remember the statistic. I'm trying to remember. Isn't it like 40% don't get proper sleep in the US or something to that effect? So CBD actually interacts with your sleep wake cycle. Okay, so it can counteract anxiety and depression, which obviously will help you sleep because you're not up in the middle of the night worrying about that bear, right? But there was also a 2019 study on 72 adults that reported anxiety and insomnia and revealed that using CBD daily positively influenced both concerns. Within the first month, listen to this, 79.2% reported a decrease in anxiety. Okay, so that's almost 80% reported a decrease in anxiety, and 66.7% reported improved sleep. So close to 70% reported improved sleep just from using CBD oil. Okay? So, side effects. Let's talk about side effects. So here's the thing. If you're getting a pure CBD oil that does not have the THC in it, there's very few side effects, if any. What happens, they did a study actually with the University of Pennsylvania, looked at CBD for pain and analyzed different CBDs and found that there were significant issues with many of the CBD products sold online. Okay, nearly 70% of those products did not contain the correct concentration of the oil that was promised on the bottle. And they also found that several online CBD products also contained THC. It hadn't been removed, and that caused side effect. So once again, when people ask me, what do you think of CBD? I think it's great. I think the medical literature on it is great. I think all of the products are not created equal. And so if you're running, into a gas station on the side of the road and picking up a CBD cream, I wouldn't trust it as much as getting it from a company that specializes in sourcing and manufacturing CBD products. Because there is a chance that you can get an impure portion, have more side effect, and less medical benefit. Just make sure it's a pure CBD product. To ensure high quality, you want to look for hemp-derived CBD products in states where CBD is grown. Okay, so look at the source of it, find out where it's grown, where is it made, is there anything else added to it, right? Check reviews. If you're in a state where we deal with CBD a lot, talk to a physician about great sources to buy it. Particularly, I know here in Arizona, most naturopaths know of good sources. I think a lot of doctors at this point are starting to realize where to get it, but I definitely wouldn't just buy it off the shelf somewhere random. Definitely look for local. Lots of companies, many of you out there growing your own CBD, growing your own hemp plants and making CBD products, and feel free to tag yourself below. Go for it. I have no problem with it. Go ahead and tag where we can get these products so that people know, as long as they're well sourced. Now, in some states, I don't know if all states can get CBD. Do you guys know? Are any of you in a state where you can't get it? I know there's laws and regulations per state. I believe listed at a website, safeaccessnow.org. I believe safeaccessnow.org. It is in my article. Okay. Anytime you add anything into your regimen, whether it's a supplement, whether it's CBD, whether it's anything else, always talk to your doctor, okay? Talk to your doctor because there are interactions with things, right? Now, CBD, pretty good in general, but then again, if you're on something that's raising serotonin and it can raise your serotonin, you probably need to talk to your doctor about what would happen with dose management if things changed, right? So make sure you're talking to your doctor. So some side effects of CBD could be changes in appetite, weight loss, diarrhea, fatigue. It can interact with other supplements and medications, but in general, if you're getting a pure form, it's fairly side effect free. So just to review, for those of you that joined in, we were talking about CBD, 4 main areas of research surrounding CBD that are pretty impressive: fighting chronic pain, neuroprotective properties impacting the neurological system, fighting anxiety and depression, helping sleep, general mood, and even some further research on impacts on immune system and such. So if you guys have any questions, throw them at me. I kind of wrapped it up for today. We kind of did a quick little topic. I know not as many people are going to view this week because you've got a lot of other things on your mind, but I do appreciate all of you being here to learn about something new today. So any questions on CBD? I do plan on doing my Friday question and answer session tomorrow. So for those of you that have questions on other topics, please show up tomorrow, ask away. I'm happy to answer. Also, my book has now been added to the supplement store. All the links you need for me can be found at drpingle.com. I'm Dr. Tricia Pingle, drpingle.com. No questions today, guys? I'll give it a second and then I'm out. I have to go to the dentist. Ugh. It's okay. Quiet today. Let's see. Have you any knowledge if CBD would help idiopathic neuropathy? I would guess yes. I don't have any direct experience with that. However, due to its impact on the neurological system, Charlene, I would definitely take a look at it for sure. Sometimes I don't know. There is some research on it regenerating nerve and stuff. Yeah, I would give it a go. I really would. I don't think it would hurt, but maybe talk to your doctor about that. Look for different formulations. Whether you would want to use it orally or topically, I'm not 100%. Like I said, I'm not an expert in CBD, but I am looking at the research. A lot of patients who use it, a lot of friends who use it. So CBD water sold at grocery stores. Wow. Does anyone know about that? They sell CBD water? I'm going to have to Google that. My guess is it's not going to do anything, but hey, let's see. CBD water. I honestly have never heard of that. I guess they're infusing it with hemp. You'd have to look at the company, the sourcing. I would have to look more at that too. I just kind of Googled it. I mean, it is a real thing, I guess. I will reach out to some of my experts on that. I do know people that grow CBD and do their own, make their own products. I'd be interested. Are any of you guys watching? I'd be interested in knowing what you think of CBD water. To me, I'd rather just take, with any herb, anytime you add something to water, it seems to dilute it too much for me. So that would be my biggest concern would be, does it dilute it? Does it really have medical benefit with that? But maybe some of you experts out there that cultivate and have your own companies can chime in on that. I will certainly see if I can get an answer on that, Jeremiah, and respond, okay? I appreciate it. That's interesting. So, any other questions, guys? They sell it at Price Cutter. Yeah, I mean, I see it online being sold. I just haven't. Normally, in naturopathic medicine, when we use herbal medicine, we tend to use it in some sort of tincture form or some side of very condensed, specific milligram type form. So typically, a lot of the times when you put things in water, it may or may not have the same potency. That would be my just instinct would be, it might not be as potent for the cost. But then again, I don't, I haven't had a lot of experience with the water. Anyone else have experience with the water? I'll ask. I'll see what I can find out. Okay. All right, guys. I get to go to the dentist. You're welcome. Thanks for being here today. I hope you guys are all hanging in there. I know it's not an easy week, but like I said, we'll all be fine. Just go out, smile, be friendly to others, take care of your health, and take care of yourselves. And I'll be back tomorrow for my Q&A. I'm Dr. Tricia Pingle. Oh, wait. Would you know how to find a good CBD for pain? It does depend on where you're located. Check out my article at drpingle.com, and it does have some tips on how to find a good CBD. And I'm hoping that some of my colleagues and such that use CBD that can recommend brands can start posting. So I would actually check back. I would check back this thread on both sides to see if anyone has recommended any products, so. I have a question on CBD showing up on drug tests. As long as it's THC free, it should not show up. They're checking for THC. So if you're taking CBD oil and it shows up on a drug test, you're not taking a pure CBD oil. So Debbie, and that's a great question. But technically, if it's a pure CBD, it should not register on THC. Okay. So, okay, thanks, Norma. I'll see what I can find out in California. But California, I would think you could get it pretty much. I think there's going to be a lot of sources in California of pure CBD oil and localized companies that are putting it together. Okay. All right, guys. Q&A tomorrow. See you tomorrow. I'm Dr. Tricia Pingle. I'm going to sign off. Anything you need, check out drpingle.com. And guys, if this was helpful, share it. Get the word out. Okay. Share, tag, check back, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks. Bye.